I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up? Welcome to Woodward Wait. Live on WoodSports.com. I'm easy joined by Smith Rex, Chris, Nicholas Carlisle, aka Microwave Nick. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream.
Double shaboing boing, no axle grease in the booth.
Double shaboing boing for sure. It was
2 weeks in a row.
It was a rough week.
Man. Chat, I have a genuine question for you, chat. It's not like a troll job, nothing like that. Before the show,
have you guys been tailing Spenny all year? Because you'd be very rich if you had.
Not this week.
No. Hey, I'm not in the suit though, so that just makes me a winner.
Last week.
Just makes me a winner.
it's very true.
I've grinded out dubs.
But last week, Nick called Chris, Wiener Boy, and then he apologized for it. But I told him don't apologize.
No, don't.
Because Chris talks the most shit. During that segment specifically.
Right. We're not doing this whole spin zone gaslighting.
This is not gaslighting.
Yes, it is.
I'm asking the chat.
Okay. I want to see the chats. Do we want to do a poll?
Yeah, do a poll.
Who's the meanest to Nick?
Yeah.
All right. I got you. Say less.
Put the three of us.
Actually, I know who I'd vote, but I'm not voting.
You can be as mean as you want today, fellas. A, I'm not in the wiener suit. B, go blue. Let's go.
True. Big W for you guys. Get your shit off, Nick. I'm not going to try to take this away from you. Like,
get your shit off, King.
Other people were on this network.
I caught a little bit of
that was crazy to me.
What?
I watched that in the back, the morning show.
What happened?
Damn, my hair makes me look like a Brady right now. Like a Brady from the Brady.
Happy belated birthday to Brady. Congratulations to my nephew Jerry, coaching his first high school game over at Fraser High. Hope you guys win.
Shout out Jerry.
Soon. Yeah, shout out my nephew Jerry. What happened in the back?
Chase was trying to call Flannel Sam, Kool-Aid, and KG not real Michigan fans because they didn't pick them to win. And so he was like, so you guys can't really enjoy the win because you didn't believe in them. I don't know. Get your shit off, Nick. Impressive victory.
Over 21 and a point underdogs. I don't think anybody with a pulse besides Charles Woodson and Desmond Howard and Ryan Ermanni picked Michigan to win this one. But yeah, I mean, you pay $30 million for a whole entire new team, and you can't win again to Michigan, the worst team that you're ever gonna see Michigan have. The worst team that you're ever gonna see Michigan have. You couldn't win at home. Ryan choke job day. And I want to talk a little shit because I was told that Will Howard was this great transfer quarterback. Will Howard absolutely blows. And I know that. And yeah, this Ohio State team choked again. Michigan tried to choke at the end, but they won the game. So I'm fired up. Are you guys gonna be all right up there?
Yeah, easy sent him. Picture me to our boss. Dude, where did you even get
back? It's so gross.
He group chatted us in it and said gross, and it is a gross picture of me for sure. But that was a huge win for Michigan, man. That was a huge win for Sharon Moore, and you guys should talk all the shit you want. I wish I could be in a situation where I would be able to talk that shit. I wish I would be in a situation where my team's going to a bowl game, but they're not because they're poverty and they're losers, and they need to fix something very soon, or Jonathan Smith's going to be on the hot seat.
Nick, I'm so sorry for laughing. I apologize.
You're good. I mean, I want to see this picture, though. I'll tell you that.
No, that needs to get scrubbed from the internet, dude.
Send it to Chris. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I'm fired up.
I'll fight you.
That's who already had. That's where I got the picture.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's already Chris's possession.
It is.
Well, I'll just fight Chris.
Yeah, no, this is massive.
Turn red again.
Now I gotta see this picture. Send in the heavies.
All right, I apologize, Nick. That was just pretty funny because it was like our higher up. He's like gross.
Yeah, that was pretty gross.
That was fucking crazy.
That was insane.
I was literally getting ready to take my son to go
Ryan
see Moana too,
man.
and I was like, maybe we should wait a minute. Like this game's a little bit too close, and I'm like, we'll wait out to halftime. We got to 10 at halftime. Tied game. Ohio State should take it up. They missed that second field goal. I was like, sorry, bud. We're going to see Moana tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Ryan Day's an idiot, man. He is that was the dumbest game plan I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know how you don't throw the ball 40 plus times against that Michigan team with the receivers you have, without Will Johnson out there. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Well, the crazy part is they threw it 33 times. He threw 2 picks.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of like
No, you got to throw
what
more
went
than
into
they
it.
weren't taking shots down the field.
That
don't-
defensive line. Those 2 DTs.
They were just running. They were running the ball up the middle.
Fucking Jack Sawyer. Your season's over.
Yeah.
Texas Graham's like, you're a pussy.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to be a fucking top 10 pick. Fuck you.
Yeah, he does not care.
That was, I'm not even a Michigan fan, but that's awesome. We got to see the Ohio State crash out. By the way, the flag situation. I'm sure everybody's talked about it over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Over the final show of the day. Don't fucking lose. All right. Gus Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, one of the guys, one of the homies. I think he's trying to show you he doesn't have a Michigan bias because he's from Detroit. I don't know what the fuck that was. Because him, like, bashing Michigan during that, that's a fuck. Everyone does that. You saw it 17 times this weekend. That's a normal fucking thing. If you don't want it to happen, win the game. Mm-hmm. It's as simple as that. That blew my mind. Gus Johnson dogging on Michigan like that.
Yeah, that was extremely stupid from Gus. Honestly, I've liked him in the past. It looked like he was trying to go way too far the other way with it. That's where he was, like, being from, Michigan, of course. But I think that's just Ryan Day's team. Like, they are, like, soft, and they couldn't take it on their field. And they did let the crash out go after the game, after losing, like, your seniors 4 times to Michigan. The anger just obviously built up too much where they couldn't stand it or see it. When every single team in college football does this in a big rivalry. Obviously, it happened to Michigan twice. I know you've heard that many times today. But, yeah, no Colston Loveland. No Will Johnson. Everybody
Insane.
forgets star safety Rod Moore was hurt before the season even started. Like, your 3 best players were basically out besides, Mason Graham in here.
Mason Graham's your best player.
Yeah, I mean, Will Johnson's right there with Mason Graham at their respective positions. But, I mean, and Colston Love is the best tight end in college football. So, you go into Columbus and you beat this Ryan Day team. I mean, talk about a way that Michigan has completely flipped and changed the narrative going into next year with Bryce Underwood committed to Michigan, about to sign on Wednesday. We have the 8th ranked recruiting class, about to flip a 5-star tackle from Alabama that was going down earlier today, just projected to land him. And you couldn't speak about 2 different places within the state of Michigan about where their programs are going. Michigan State currently 60th ranked recruiting class, 0 5-stars, 0 4-stars, and they just lost to Rutgers to not play in a bowl game.
All right, that was unnecessary.
Michigan just beat. No, I mean, there's
We're talking about Michigan. That was unnecessary.
Fuck you, buddy.
What the fuck?
I mean, there was a lot of shit talked earlier this year. I'm just throwing a little shit back real quick. There's 2 trajectories of these teams right now. Michigan State needs to step up. Michigan's clearly stepping up right now.
Michigan's clearly stepping up right now. Michigan State is by having 2 more wins on the season from a team you didn't expect to be in the bowl game anyways. Michigan State's season was not that much worse than Michigan's, so throwing the random shot on there doesn't make sense. Would I rather be in a bowl game? Yes. Is 7-5 that's stepping up for you? 7-5 is stepping up for you?
It seems like after getting Bryce Underwood, the whole entire narrative and trajectory of the future changed. And I felt like watching Saturday, watching that state game, I was excited. Because I was like, holy shit. All the shit that I dealt with this year, especially from a state fan, I was excited to say today that I can see Michigan light at the end of the tunnel, maybe some championship aspirations moving forward. And I'm like, state's in a tough spot.
I don't know that he
State
wins.
is in a tough spot, but you're celebrating the season like a win.
Yeah.
7-5, missing the playoffs, barely getting a bowl game.
Yes,
That's a win for you.
As bad as it was, yes.
That's crazy to me. I'd be happy with beating Ohio State for sure, but saying the season is a win is crazy.
It's a win in my eyes right now.
It's
for how bad
definitely how
and
it would
dark
go
it
out.
was. Getting Bryce Underwood, that wasn't unnecessary shot,
Yeah.
Spenny. My bad. It's a good day for me.
Fuck
Don't
your
need
rivals.
to put it.
Let it fly.
But
No,
yeah.
it's Michigan State's poverty, dude. They haven't been to a bowl game in 3 years.
Rutgers?
Yeah, Greg
Did they beat
Schiano.
you last year too?
Yeah, Greg Schiano.
Oh, that's the head coach. Oh, he's a good coach.
Yeah, it's not Rutgers, isn't Purdue, but they should have beat that game.
We're
though.
just traditionally used to them being Rutgers.
Yeah, I mean, no, Michigan State's poverty for sure. Three seasons without a bowl game is unacceptable. If Jonathan Smith doesn't at the very least get to 7, I would even say 8 wins in a bowl game next year, he should be on the hot seat, and they should start kicking some people's asses because that's embarrassing.
Did any of the comments from Childs surprise you after the game, talking about the
I
fans
didn't see
and
the
those who
actual.
stayed?
care
I
about
didn't see the
fans or
actual
something like
quote.
that?
I only saw the quote that was paraphrased. So if I'm going to make a comment on it, I'd have to see what he actually said
clip.
in context rather than just the paraphrased part.
I think he's called you out by name.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck that Spencer.
Yeah.
Who's had my back all season.
I think he did too.
No, I just think the trajectory of both of these teams couldn't have been like any more highlighted than on Saturday in Michigan going into Ohio State as 20-point underdogs plus, and then State having to win against Rutgers and really just not showing any. And really a pulse.
Yeah,
I've
they
never
got
seen
bitched for sure.
anyone flip their approval rating within
Sherrod
2
Moore.
weeks the way they did that Sherrod Moore
Yeah.
has.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's why I'm like
Kind of
just-
crazy.
It is. And
He's got a little bit of restored faith.
yeah, the only thing that pissed me off was not running the ball, and it wasn't the play call because obviously it was there on that first and goal, but obviously had a little
Yeah,
cash
you're a
on
little out of
Mullins.
pocket right there.
But it was also you're putting the ball in your quarterback's hands that can't fucking throw the
guy-
ball.
It was a
Wide
wide.
open.
It was a
It was a
wide
wide
open. It
open
was
pass.
perfect play design, perfect play call. It was a wide
It's
open
a 5-yard
touchdown.
pass. He should be able to do that.
He should, but he hasn't been able to do much all year. I mean, we won the
You can say
game.
Dick.
He hasn't been able to do shit all year. But yeah, no, that was a little questionable in my book. And yeah, I was like, fire more right now. But obviously we ended up winning the game. But yeah, I mean, I was going to win close to 600 bones with that.
Where you at with
Tunney.
Wink?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he stepped it up the past few weeks. Really. There's no other way around it. I don't
I think
know.
it's a complicated scheme, just in general.
Just takes time to
I
implement.
mean, he's been
Yeah.
a lot better the past 3-4 weeks than he was at the beginning of the year.
He just does all those weird exotic blitzes. Like
Yeah.
he's just like, I think his shit's. Remember, he's coming from the NFL game. He had to learn how to dumb it down a little bit for the kids.
Yeah.
And when you've been
Cousin
doing
it
it
up
that
a little
long
bit.
at that level, it's kind of hard to do.
Got to cousin it up a little bit.
You really do.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, that was a huge win for Michigan, man. It's
was fucking
embarrassing for Ryan Day to lose that game. That's got to be the worst loss out of his tenure.
it was fucking nuts.
It's disgusting. And they played like such pussies. Like Ohio State played like a bunch of soft little pussies, flat out.
Yeah. Mullins is a dog.
They played down to their competition. You couldn't tell who was the worst quarterback out there with Will Howard and Davis Warren. They were having a mid-off, like the battle of mid.
These motherfuckers having a
Yeah,
mid-off.
it was crazy. I was like, I thought this guy was actually good. He played like dog shit. The whole team did.
Will Howard threw 2 picks. It should have been 3.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, we dropped one as well. Will Howard, I mean, putting out the darts the week before. Jesus, he needed a cigarette. That guy could not throw the ball straight to save his life.
No, I think the only way Ryan Day saves his job is if he wins the national title.
I don't know, dude. What, he's like 65 and
He
6?
he only can't beat Michigan. That's
It, yeah.
he lost to Georgia because his kicker shanked a field goal,
I guess it depends on him before him in the playoffs.
and it was Georgia, right? And then
Yeah,
he
it
would have
was
played
Georgia.
TCU,
I think, yeah.
Yeah, so he would have had a national championship if his kicker made a kick, and he can't beat Michigan. But unfortunately, at Ohio State, there's only 2 things that matter, and that's beating Michigan and winning national championships. So if you don't beat Michigan or win national championships, you're not going to be there very long. And he's had a long leash.
Yeah, 10 losses in his career as head coach of Ohio State, almost half of them to Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane.
Mel Tucker has more wins against
65
Michigan than
and
Ryan Day
6.
does.
Yeah, he does.
Bring him
Talk
home.
out the 2. Yeah.
Next Ohio State coach.
Yeah, on
That makes
Friday
sense.
on the
Dirty
show,
Urban was there.
you asked about the approval rating, and I said it was at a D. I thought this team was going to lose going into Columbus, but to win this game against the number 2 team in the country, and yes, it was a lot because Ryan Day choked, but you also have to game plan that way for defensively and, obviously run the ball as many times as you did. I'm going to switch the D to a B-, which is a, obviously pretty solid grade for Sherrod Moore. He saved his season officially, and we got a lot of good things in the pipeline.
So you stopped me from betting money on that game, by the way.
Yeah.
I was waiting for to go plus money when they're down. Mm-hmm. It wasn't happening, so I was like, I'm be stubborn.
No, it was
Good that I did.
impressive
I would have lost
performance.
money regardless.
Michigan, they made all the plays when they needed to make plays, and Ohio
3
State missed a couple kicks.
That's
It was one of the worst games I've ever seen in my entire life. It was a tough game to watch.
3 yards of cloud of dust.
But Michigan made the plays when they had to, and Ohio State didn't. And that shows coaching, that shows leadership and preparedness. And Ryan Day's a bum, dude. I would fire him today if I was the Ohio State.
You're in the playoffs.
He's not going to win yet.
Playoffs.
I have no faith for him to win us a national title after that.
You're 65 and 6 against every other team other than Michigan.
Well,
I think the reason why Michigan wins is that they play the 3-yard cloud of dust. It's just like old school football.
Yeah, and he was playing down to that. He should have been taking deep shots to his receivers.
That's what I'm saying.
all
That's
game.
not his style at all. So he can never hang, and then it allows Michigan to control the pace and the style of play that game's going to be.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me at all. They should have been taking shots down the field. They have 3 NFL wide receivers, and they weren't throwing to do like they were throwing them like 3-yard slants. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, if not down the field, at least go like horizontal. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a terrible game plan. Ryan Day is a joke for that shit.
Yeah,
The craziest part about that part too, Chip Kelly.
Yeah,
Is a fucking offensive coordinator. He is supposed to be like an offensive guru. That's supposed to be his thing. Remember he's at Oregon, put up all the fucking points. He went to Philly, did it for a little bit
those
too.
Oregon teams are fun to watch.
They were. What happened to that guy?
No idea, but I know they used to run a lot to the outside. You know, like
Right?
with the speed. You didn't see any of that.
They were running it right up the middle to Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
trying to prove a
This
point.
is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. The 2 best players in the game, you're going to run right at them all game? Like,
Literally.
what kind of game
Not
play
even
is
the
that?
game, the 2 best defensive tackles in college football.
Yeah,
Like-
that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I understand doing it a couple times on the first couple drives to like just be like,
Establish.
hey, you know,
We're not scared.
Yeah, we're not scared. But they consistently did it the whole game. It was
I
the
swear
dumbest-
I'm not scared. I mean it.
It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That was Jack Sawyer and G, them doing that over and over again.
Dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah. There's no other way around it. Ryan Day choked this game away. Like how do you not go and throw the ball up to Smith? Almost every time it was a pass interference. Every
Yeah.
time you did it.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Could not believe it.
Yeah. Michigan, obviously, like I said, saved their season right there. That's what it is. Just real quick, Spenny, approval rating for John Smith.
D+. It was a failure of a season. We continue to have a poverty organization. Missed the bowl game again.
Confidence level 1 out of 10.
Huh?
Confidence level moving forward 1 out of 10.
Confidence level moving forward out of 10, I'll say a 6 or a 5. I think if he doesn't
That
go to a
stinks.
bowl game next year, I'd fire him.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't miss back-to-back bowl games.
I didn't
After
watch the
already
Rutgers
missing
game.
2 in a row. Can't do it. But I think they'll make the bowl game next year. I think they'll improve. We hope so. As of right now, they're dog shit, though. And that's just the facts.
it's true. Do you live in Ohio? You're sick of getting fucking embarrassed and bullied by the Michigan Wolverines? You want to move up north to a state with the... That shit's immature. With the M.
Well, keys to wisdom. There was no improvement in the year. What nice improvement in the year did you see from Michigan State? Please tell me. Because they did not improve at all. These past 3 games were embarrassing. They barely beat Purdue. They got blown the fuck out by Indiana, Illinois, and Rutgers. Where did they improve at all? The offense was stale and stagnant. Aiden Childs showed no improvement at all. There wasn't. Don't say there was improvement on the season for Michigan State. There wasn't.
You can't pause an as read for Cousin Keys. He's Cousin Keys.
It's
for a
got,
reason.
like I understand backing your team, like go green, go white. I love Michigan State. It's my second home is East Lansing, but there was no improvement on that season. That's a laughable statement.
That's literally Cousin Keys.
Just saying.
All right. Well, call Mark White. MarkWhiteSells.com. Give a call. 248-291 or 290-8242. That's MarkWhiteSells.com. Save you up to $5,000 in closing costs of your new home.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger over a T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a deal, relax with some hydro massage feels. Instead of in-laws in your face,
Did you hear the owl?
get some space at any of our 2,600 locations with the PF Black Card. Just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts, Dr. Jeff Pierce, here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
What up, welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by some more Rex. I'm Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. Chris, I like your shirt today. You mind showing the audience real quick?
Yeah.
What's that? Ralph Lauren?
No
Ralph
problem.
Lauren?
I think it's a Hebrew national.
Oh, Hebrew National?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hebrew National.
Yeah, I like that.
Support local.
Shit's hot.
Support local. Yeah, no, it's fire. It's fire. By the way, did you see the poll results?
I did.
Yeah.
Your boy came in last place again.
Can't even win a rigged poll.
I'm calling audible because I don't know how much we have to say on this one.
Spencer.
But there's definitely a hot topic over the weekend. Jameer Gibbs takes a photo of his teammate, Jamar Jefferson, and it happens to be in the offensive room where they have the protections for Jared Goff on the whiteboard. And he posts it to however many thousands of followers he has on that platform. I believe it was TikTok, if I'm not mistaken. Idiot. Sure, I love Jameer Gibbs, by the way. Big Jameer Gibbs fan. I think I've comped him to Barry. I know that's something crazy. That's something sinful to do, especially as a Detroit Lions fan. I think he's that good. He's a fourth leading rusher in the NFL right now, and he's only, 14 yards behind number 3, and he has 58 less carries. 58 less carries. Number 3 is Josh Jacobs. Jameer Gibbs is explosive. He's averaging 6 yards per carry. He's amazing. That's a dumb, bonehead mistake. However, we saw Michigan lose when they had the fucking playbooks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can know what's going down, but you got to figure out a way to get ahead or in front of or behind Penei Sewell. Ain't that hard. I mean, that ain't easy, I should say. And then Ben Johnson today spoke to just a situation, because it is what it is situation. Dan Campbell was pissed off initially. You saw him walk off at the podium. You saw him say no comment the day after. And then today he's like, it is what it is. We have no choice. I mean, it's what are we going to fucking just back down?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just call it quits every game? No. And then Ben Johnson reiterated a fact that when they played Green Bay the first time on a 3rd and 5, JG called like a protection or an audible to a run. And they saw Kenny Clark do this, which is you run. It's a run play.
Yeah.
They got 9 yards in the play. Like, if as long as you're executing, you can do all the fucking whatever. But you still have to fucking tackle David Montgomery. You still have to catch up to Jameer Gibbs. You still get around Penei Sewell, get around Frank Ragnow, get around Taylor Decker, get around Graham Glasgow, get around Kevin Zeitler. We're still a damn good football team, and I don't see this hurting us that much.
No, I don't see it hurting them at all, really. I mean, is it something you want to avoid? Yeah, it's something you want to avoid. I saw a bunch of Lions fans saying it was a setup. They're getting them false information.
Oh my God, dude,
they're leaking them. Which, when you think about it, come on, Jameer. Right in front, I told it to Noah in the back, and he was expecting a little sticky note in the corner of the screen.
Oh no, it
was an entire wall
of
it. So at that point, it's like, come on, Jameer. But no, it's not going to affect them too much. Like you said, they still got to stop it.
Yeah, I know when I put it out there on Twitter, people are calling for a suspension, calling for at least a half. Dude, you'd be surprised. Your boy is one of them. Shawn Michaels is one of them.
Shawn Michaels?
The dude you beef with in the chat all the time.
Sweet Chin Music?
Said he should be suspended for at least the first half or something like that. It's
heartbreaking.
Who's Shawn Michaels?
Guys, he's literally the 4th leading rusher in the NFL with nearly 60 less carries than the next guy ahead of him. He's fucking good. You're not going to suspend him. And like we said,
that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You still got to execute. And that's something you got to remember. You telling me you have your own game plan going into it every single week in terms of what we run, watching on tape. And then you also have to remember these calls. That's not going to happen. Maybe in the playoffs you have if you have a bye week ahead or something like that, and maybe, it sucks. It's stupid. It's dumb. You're not suspending Jameer Gibbs. It's not going to affect you to losing a game.
No, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Suspend Jameer Gibbs? Why would you do that? You're worried about losing games because they have your protections for running back calls, but you're cool with suspending one of your most important players? That makes sense. No, you're not suspending Jameer Gibbs. Dan Campbell said it on the flagship today. He said, if this is affecting us winning or losing, then we're not good enough anyways.
Amen.
And he said, Jim Costa, who, shout out to Cookies, dude, because he asks Dan the tough questions. And,
he does.
And Dan does not like him very much, man. I love Jim. He's a great guy. Dan does not like him very much.
Jim's a really cool guy.
And Jim asked him, he was like, is this going to affect Jameer Gibbs' playing time at all? Is this
on my tweet stuff.
Is this something that you're going to, bench him, and Dan Campbell gave him the snarkiest Neil Rule-ass response I've ever heard in my life. He's like, yeah, we're going to bench him because of the stuff he puts on social media. Like, no, I'm sure they told him, hey, man, go take your TikToks in the fucking hallway. Like, don't do them in the running back room.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a fucking reaming.
Yeah.
Especially consider, like, the situation Detroit Lions are in right now with all the injuries and whatnot, too. Like, yeah, it's a lot of fucking shit on top of shit. But at the end of the day, it's like, all right, well, fuck, we still got to win games.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Nick?
Yeah, this was a rookie mistake by a second-year player. That's why I'm, like, a little bit pissed about it. It's just unnecessary changes that you have to make in a week where you're going up against a division rival in a Green Bay team that came in here last year and gave it to you. So that's why I'm a little bit upset, but benching Gibbs, that's maybe the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. He's one of your best players on offense, maybe the best. And you're talking about benching him? Like, we have to win this game at home on Thursday night. Like, that is everyone's number one priority. If anyone's actually thinking about getting this guy off of the field for this, it's absolutely insane. You don't take one of your best players off of the field in a division game when, honestly, this is getting to a point where this is close to a must-win.
This is a must-win. It's 100% a must-win. You must win this game to not only fend off the Eagles for the number one seed in the NFC, but to fend off the Packers. So, yeah, this is a must-win, so you're absolutely not suspending Gibbs.
MPWMU grown men doing TikToks is kind of... No, these there's their kids.
They're 20-year-old. Gibbs like what, 23?
23?
Yeah.
He's...
Let him do a TikTok.
And that's what they grew up doing.
Yeah.
Different times, man. I don't know. I want to get that out of the way. I'm not tripping over it.
Still
I think it was stupid.
The same.
Yes. Is it a death sentence? No.
Still the same.
It's still the same.
It was a banger, dude.
I
I
don't know
love
that
Bob
song at
Seger,
all.
man. Oh, dude, listen to it on the way home.
I will. I do want to watch that Bob Dylan movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I used to not like that kid. I didn't even know who he was. I thought he was a TikToker. Chalamet? He's
Timothy
actually...
Chalamet? Oh,
Yeah,
he's
like him. He's a good actor.
Great actor.
Yeah.
We'll go see it. Ryan, I know Ryan really wants to see it. He's a...
Got to Flannel Sand, too.
Surprise, he loves Timothy Chalamet. Ryan wants to bang all the dudes that look like him.
Who was Flannel Sam? Was Flannel Sam saying he's better than... Flannel Sam said Bob
Flannel Sam
Dylan's...
said Bob Dylan's better than the Beatles.
Yes.
Or wait,
No.
He said he's better than Bob Seger.
Yes.
Because Flannel Sam's a big Beatles guy.
Incorrect. Although he did get a movie.
Bob Dylan is a much better songwriter than Bob Seger, but Bob Seger's a better singer, performer, and music creator. Bob Dylan's probably one of the best songwriters ever, though.
Nick, you do pregame?
I do pregame.
Can you do a Bob Dylan accent?
I honestly
Well,
don't
come
know.
on down to the
I do not know too much
second
about
best
Bob
bar.
Dylan.
They've got some great chicken sandwiches and the Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey.
And I had some New Holland. After to celebrate the win on Saturday, I had some of that New Holland Brewing beers. They're the best in town. But on game days, make sure you check us out with Woodward and Maine with insights from Detroit sports media legend Terry Foster and rising star Matt Broder. And after that, make sure you check out the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show. The heavyweights are taking over second best bar in Detroit. Make sure you come hang out, come get a drink, come eat a chicken sandwich. It's the best bar in Detroit. It's going to be a party, and we're going to throw on a badass pregame show live at Second Best Bar in Detroit, located on 42 Watson Street.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab.
We gotta buy
there.
hot
Get
dog
yourself
suit merch.
Some brand new merch.
Yeah, you're
new
right.
Detroit shirt design. Shop now.
Glizzy
by
neck
going
merch?
by going to woodwardsports.com and clicking that shop tab today.
We should do that.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. You catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
#1.
We don't have to do it this year, but I think going forward, we should keep a tally of whoever wore the suit the most that year. Obviously, it's going to be Nick this year.
Dude, Chris is creeping up real quick.
He's only got it twice.
I think I had like 4, but it was worse because I double locked
Yeah, you did
the
double
one.
lock.
So it was like,
You get
Yeah.
a picture of whoever wore it the most
And sell it on a shirt.
and put it on a shirt. And next year, we all wear the shirt of them wearing the hot dog suit during pickup.
I like that.
I like it.
Not posed.
Fucking idea machine.
Wait till you guys see. By the way,
of ideas
That's why
over
they
here.
pay me the big buck. Brady always comes to me. Spuddy, get that brain working.
wait till you guys see what I got the team for Christmas this year.
Oh,
I did
shit.
this like a month ago. I've been thinking about this for a while, so I'm excited to see.
Is it
Okay,
magic
Rich
cock
Chris.
rings?
Okay.
It's not fun when you're good at guessing.
Sorry.
It's not fun when you're good at guessing. All right. Breaking news. Not breaking news. It happened over the weekend, but it's exciting news. Detroit Lions signed. We talked about Quan Alexander on Friday. We talked about Jonah Williams. They also signed another gentleman, not of note because I don't remember his name. But they
Defensive
signed
tackle,
one.
right?
Former top 10 pick. Jamal
Multiple
Adams.
time All-Pro.
Former safety of the New York Jets. Once upon a time, Pete Carroll traded multiple first-round picks to acquire him. Pete Carroll, one of the guys, helped make the Legion of Boom. Mm-hmm. Spinny, I fucking love this.
I love it too, because you know what Jamal Adams could do really well? Sack the quarterback and blitz. And you know what Aaron Glenn likes to do?
Blitz, bama, blitz.
Blitz, bama, blitz. Send in safeties to sack the quarterback. Like Ife Melifonwu at the end of the year last year. I can see Jamal Adams playing a lot of Sam for this team. Out there in that outside linebacker spot, close to the line of scrimmage, drop back into coverage if needed, get to the quarterback if needed. I think that would be a perfect role for him in this defense. Maybe move Nowoski to more middle linebacker duties, and then have Jamal Adams fill in that Sam role. It's a good piece, man. It's a good piece. Whether he's playing outside linebacker, he's not going to see a lot of snaps at safety. So I like it, man. I mean, it's just a weapon. It's a guy who can do different things, and he's a versatile player that Aaron Glenn could use however he needs him.
He is a fucking monster when it comes to the pursuit of the football. Jamal Adams is his prime. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's only 28, 29 years old. It's not like he's like Unky from last year we picked up off of in practice squad. No, Jamal Adams is a demon. He's a beast. And no, he won't be playing the safety position. Today, it was already reported that he was practicing with the linebackers. And you go and look at his numbers when he's his prime. Because there was a little bit of a fall off with the injuries. He also changed systems. Don't forget that. But in the main system that he made a name in, the New York Jets, he played within the box 1,427 times. And to put that in perspective, the actual safety position, it was like 1,238 total. Like the entire time there. He belongs in the box. He's going to be playing linebacker, whether it's going to be at the Will, whether it's going to be at the Sam. I don't know what it's going to be. I just know it's going to be Aaron Glenn's weapon next, because Aaron Glenn has never been shy about the fact that he loves to blitz, no matter who it is. I think back last year, who got a specialty, role in the defense, Afonso Melifonwu. A little bit of a hybrid there, the size of a linebacker, but he played the safety position. That's what Jamal Adams is going to be in this defense. There's a
100%.
play he had with the New York Jets where he blitzes Daniel Jones and he literally just rips the football from his hands and runs it back for a touchdown. It was one of the most insane plays I've ever seen in my entire life. Last year, I know people. I posted that yesterday on Twitter, and people were like, "Oh, look at there's Drew Brees on the ticker." That was like forever ago. Okay, I went and found tape and doing it again. Not ripping the ball from him, but getting to Daniel Jones on a blitz. That's what he's great at. That's what he does. That's what AG's great at, drawing that up. That's what AG likes to live and die by, is that blitz. We're not generating enough pass rush with the 4 men. We got a little bit lucky last week as Caleb Williams likes to hang out of the ball. That's not going to be the situation every single week, especially when you go up against these tougher teams. Jamal Adams is going to provide that for you, on top of also being able to cover these tight ends.
Yeah.
He's not going to be at the safety spot covering receivers. He's going to cover these tight ends or running backs to the flat, and he's going to bring the boom!
Yeah, he's definitely going to be the most active out of all the acquisitions that they made so far in the midseason. Like, these guys that they brought in, Jamal Adams is going to get the most run out of all of them. He's the best player out of all of them, and like you said, the skill set he brings to this team is something that Aaron Glenn knows how to use and uses very well. So I think we're going to see Jamal Adams making a lot of plays down the stretch here.
I'm telling you, man.
When it comes to getting to the quarterback, like Easy said, blowing up the guys in the flats. I think Jamal Adams is going to have a huge day in this defense against Josh Allen. I don't think he's going to be very integrated into the system yet this week against the Green Bay Packers on Thursday, but you get the long break after that, and then you got Josh Allen coming to Ford Field, and that is a guy, we saw it in the snow running all over the 49ers. Expect Jamal Adams to help contain Josh Allen on the outside, to use his lateral quickness, his explosiveness, and his physicality to break down some of those either design quarterback runs or just scrambles from Josh Allen.
Like, one thing you say for sure, and you watch is he is a relentless pursuit of the football. The first 3 years as the box defender, again, that's when he made his prime in the box. Pause. 7 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, and 13 sacks. Mm-hmm. That's where he's going to be the Detroit Lions again today, reportedly practicing with the linebackers. That was one of the things, one of the knocks with him when he left Seattle, is they wanted to move him to the linebacker spot. He wasn't willing to do that. He didn't want to be the Mike McDonald's blitz boy, was like the term he used.
He's going to be Aaron Glenn's blitz boy.
He's going to be Aaron Glenn's blitz boy. He's come to the reality of the situation. And part of the reason he left the Tennessee, because it's not like he was just a bum, nobody signed him. He left the Tennessee Titans after like game 4 because he wanted to play with the contender. And they released him, and he's kind of been waiting for someone to pick up the phone. And
Shift God OTC says, I think Quan plays Thursday. I saw
I think Quan
Super
plays.
Saiyan Lion says Quan Alexander will be the most helpful for them. I don't think you guys are respecting David Long Jr. enough and who he is as a player. I think he is going to fill in swimmingly for Malcolm Rodriguez and Derek Barnes and Alex Anzalone until Anzo gets back. Like, Quan Alexander had one season in the NFL where he's had over 100 tackles, and I believe that was the 2nd or 3rd season of his career, like 7 years ago. David Long Jr. had 113 tackles last year.
I mean, this
is a guy that is going to get the majority of the snaps at the linebacker spot now that Malcolm is out. Quan's going to fill in, but so will Ben Neiman, and so will Trevor Nowaski, and so will I can't even remember his name.
Jamal Adams?
No, the other guy. I was just reading an article about him and how he's a safety in college, and the 43 or whatever. What was his name?
Oh,
I can't remember his name. I was literally just reading an article in the back about him earlier. But
Number
David
47.
Long Jr., I think, is going to be the biggest benefit from, or the biggest kind of guy to fill in for that role until Anzalone gets back, because he had 113 tackles last year. He was voted a team captain coming out of camp this season.
Ezekiel Turner.
For the Titans. Ezekiel Turner. I think Quan Alexander will probably be ahead of Ezekiel Turner and maybe Ben Neiman. Maybe not even Ben Neiman, because they like him a lot and he's been playing in the system all year. So
they all got different roles.
I like the linebacker group. And like I said, you put anybody next to Jack Campbell the way he's playing right now, and they're going to look pretty good.
Nick?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think this is just a winning signing. Like, this is a win-win. I mean, it's a 3-time All-Pro who has a really good experience, and obviously he can lay the hits. You know, he's going to fit right in this secondary.
Lay the what?
Lay the hits, lay the body, lay the wood.
Lay
Pause.
the boom!
The boom! Yeah, so he's definitely going to lay the boom there. I didn't know how many times we were going to say it on this one, but yeah. That's where I'm at with it. I mean, you put him in Aaron Glenn's defense, he's going to be able to find success. I mean, this is a guy with a lot of talent, and we need it right now. We need bodies on this team, and this guy has a really good pedigree in his past. Let's see if we can try to recoup some of that, magic that he had when he was a 3-time All-Pro.
They're talking about like why like all these veteran signings on the flagship this morning with Dan Campbell, and pretty much what he chalked it up to. Either him or John Jansen after the fact, but he was like, you get guys that, and we talked about it on this show too. You get guys that run multiple different schemes.
Yes.
It's easier, quicker for them to pick up versus the guys kind of fresh face to all of it. Green, he's just learned how to play in the league. These guys have been in multiple different schemes. It's different verbiage.
And you don't need a guy that's going to go out there and play 30 snaps in a game. Like you don't need that. You need a guy that's going to know what he's doing in the position he's asked to do it, and that you feel comfortable making that play. And a guy like Jamal Adams, who was a top 10 talent in his draft class, I feel more comfortable in a 3-play sample size, a guy that was an all-pro before in his career compared to a younger guy that you pull off a practice squad. Like Jamal Adams isn't going to be playing 25, 30 snaps a game. Neither is Quan Alexander. Maybe they get 10 snaps, and they're going to be impactful snaps. You're going to see them coming into the game with a specific game plan, with a specific job, and they are pros who have played an extremely high level before in their career, so they're going to do that job at a very high level.
My only question is, him being like the type of hybrid type of situation, like, does Branch lose that role in this defense?
No.
In favor of him, and Branch plays more coverage snaps?
I don't know. You do nothing to change Brian Branch's role, and they know that. Brian Branch has been performing at all-pro.
Yeah, I'm curious to see like what actually ends up happening, because I could see again if he's going to be your weapon X, and he's going to either drop back into coverage of these tight ends, or he's going to blitz.
I mean, we saw Ben Neiman in that role. We've seen them using a lot of different blitz packages and coverage packages for their linebackers. So I don't think that'll change what Brian Branch does. I think Brian Branch will still be doing what he does. You just bring him in and put him in at the Sam or the Mike in different spots. When you want to blitz Campbell and drop Jamal back into coverage, or blitz Jamal, drop Campbell back, or drop Ali McNeil and DJ Reader into coverage and blitz both of them, like it frees you up ability to do more stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how it plays out. The word I'd use as a blitzer, dynamic. Again, his pursuit of the football is gross. It's run back the play of him ripping the ball from Daniel Jones. Tell me how many times you've seen that in your life.
Doesn't happen very often.
Doesn't happen. And even last year, he's able to do it. He did a lot of injuries, concussions, hip injury, like whatever it may be. And also just put in a different scheme than he was in when he arose in New York. And AG is not stupid. He's going to put him in the spots he's going to thrive. Yeah. And I cannot wait. I don't know if it happens this week, but moving forward, I'm definitely down to see some Jamal Adams.
And we do have the injury report and who is practicing today for the Detroit Lions, so we're going to get into that coming up next. But first, tell us about second best, Nick.
Second best bar in Detroit. Are you guys joining the heavyweights for the pregame show? You better, because it's at second best bar in Detroit, located at 42 Watson Street. Come join us for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show, only at second best bar in Detroit. Come get some.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Tequila is the smoothest tequila in the game and a proud partner of the Detroit Lions and your Woodward Sports as they team up for Woodward Sports live Lions watch parties, live at Hayes Social, every single Lions game. Make sure you are tapping into the best show the state has to offer when it comes to Detroit Lions. And when you're drinking the best tequila the state has to offer, make sure you get that custom Detroit Lions bottle and enjoy that smooth tequila. Enjoy that smooth tequila.
Today, Junior.
Enjoy that smooth tequila and drink it responsibly.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez. Yo.
Guy switched up his style. He just can't read it anymore.
Glizzy boy.
Love you, Glizzy boy. Smash that like button. Boys. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. I'm Easy, joined by Spimo Racks. Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. What'd you say?
I said I think I'm getting sick.
Are you? Do you?
I can feel it.
I don't know if it's sciences or what.
I'm feeling pretty warm today.
Yeah.
Little scratch the back of the throat. I'm gonna pop some NyQuil. Go to bed early.
Hey, yo.
After all that you talked about being sick.
I mean, I'm still gonna show up to work.
Advil, cold, and sinus for the win.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. Detroit Lions injury report. Do you have it pulled up on your laptop?
We got the tweets.
Yep.
Bet.
One was from Ben Raven.
Is that the one you want
Shout
first?
Ben Raven.
Yeah, you can put that one up there.
The heavyweight of the beat reporters, my guy. He's
yeah,
like
shout
6'7".
out Ben Raven. He said not at Lions practice today. You got Taylor Decker, Josh Pascal, Levi Onwuzurike, and DJ Reader.
What the fuck? Taylor Decker, Dan Campbell made it sound like he's probably not going to play. They're going to take that one all the way up until game time.
God, please,
obviously, I think you'd be pretty confident in Dan Skipper after last week. I mean, I am.
I mean, is he injured too? He went out of the game.
He came back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just the real situation of it. Carlton Davis, though, was at practice today. I think that's one of note because most of the injuries affecting this team, especially like last week.
Secondary.
Yes. This is the defense in total. And that's a good piece to have back. I think it's going to revive the interception streak that Kirby and Branch went on, having him and Terry on both back out there, forcing those balls over the top.
I don't want to say this, but I kind of want to say it that Josh Pascal, I wouldn't mind if he sat out this week.
Just to get right?
I need him to get right for Josh Allen. He stopping Josh Jacobs is also extremely important.
This is more important.
This is more important.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
But I feel like
he's not going to play.
He'll be more effective against Josh Allen than he would against the Packers.
From the sound of things, well, first, it's a hamstring for Levi, so he's going to be out like 2-3 weeks minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Pascal plays. I think he'll be out. He might be back for Josh Allen. Who knows? And then the other one that's on there, Taylor Decker. Talked about Taylor Decker. That's a game time decision. There's one more on there I want to talk about. Oh, DJ Reader. He'll be playing.
Yeah.
He already said he will. It's just something happened with the shoulder on a sack.
Mm-hmm.
I
saw him come up a little injured in that game. He was
it.
holding his arm a little
Somebody
bit.
posted it as a graphic. I think they thought it was a celly, but he was like holding the shoulder in pain.
No, yeah.
They're like, oh, second sack. I'm like, it's not. He's hurt.
Yeah, he's a different picture. But no, yeah, DJ Reader should be fine. I'm not too worried about that one. But yeah, Pascal is. You really want him to play.
Yeah.
Really want him to play. When it comes to stopping,
he had a good game against
Josh Jacobs.
The first time, didn't he?
He didn't come back in the game.
No.
Oh, against the
Green Bay
Packers?
the first time around. Yeah,
he had a great game.
And let me say something too. And I already know everyone's gonna say the shit they always say because how I feel about Jordan Love as a talent. This is gonna be a different game, guys. Like the weather helped us out a lot. Like thank God that we have such a great coaching staff to kind of have those guys on point because we got there's a couple of those plays were just bad snaps by their starting center who was actually their starting guard playing center for the first time because of injury situations they had. They're also missing Devin Williams. It also just kind of hard to get traction going in the snow. Josh Jacobs left that game early. He was tearing the fuck out of us. It's gonna be another fucking drag out slugfest, man.
31-10 Lions.
Lock it in,
Lock
baby.
it in. No, it's gonna be a tough matchup, man. Packers are a good team, but I fully expect them to win. You're coming. You're at home. You're getting healthy. You got Carlton Davis and Terry Arnold back playing.
And that's huge.
That is huge.
Huge.
And that'll help your pass rush even more.
Huge.
Having
Sorry.
Just what you said to me. Damn, that's huge. I wish. But no, you got.
Is that a pimple?
Yeah. No, I said take your pants
off.
Average. You look at the Detroit Lions defense and having your 2-man cornerbacks back is going to be huge for the pass rush. We saw Zadarius Smith, DJ Reader, Al-Quadin Muhammad all get home. Mm-hmm. Now they're going to have an extra second. Now they're going to have an extra half second because you've got Carlton Davis back, and it's going to be less open targets for the quarterback.
Yeah, I think. And I see the comments are coming in. Yes, the Carlton Davis stuff is like what I'm.
That's huge.
Yes,
Carlton Davis is so
honestly
good.
cannot
He's playing
say
like an
enough.
all-pro this year.
Yeah, because those are the guys. Like, it's a man coverage scheme, so they're not going to come away with interceptions themselves. They may get a few PBUs. They're not going to get the love that like you would like a star cornerback to get. I'm not even saying these either two are stars between he and Terry and Arnold. But what they do, is shit on the competition. I mean, keep these guys covered up enough where like mistakes are happening, and that's where Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph come into play, and they're there to clean it up. Like notice, after the injuries of Terry and Arnold, after the injury of Carlton Davis, did we see any exceptions in those games? No. But you're going to start seeing them again now, and I promise you that. As a Jordan Love guy, whatever you want to put it as, like he'll put it up there. He'll give you the opportunity to do that, and I'm happy to have Carlton Davis and Terry on back for him especially because he.
And the menagerie of wide receivers they have out there, they've got 4 good wide receivers. The Packers
AG called them elite.
Yeah, I was called the madman. For saying the Packers had an elite wide receiving core. But they got 4 guys, and the fall off between all of them is very slim to anything. You look at Jaden Reed is probably the number 1 just because he gets the most work in the end zone. And then you got Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, and Dontavion Wicks. These guys are good pass catchers. They're good young wide receivers. So you need your starting cornerbacks back out there. And shout out to Kendall Vildor for the game he had last week. He filled in very well, made a lot of plays, and everybody knows that fucking pass interference was bullshit. So don't put that on him. But having Carlton Davis back out there is going to be a breath of fresh air for sure.
In terms of Josh Jacobs, I'm not as concerned about that one. I think obviously he had a little bit of success the first time around. I think he's a good running back. I know I've hated on him his entire career. I have to come out and admit that I was wrong. Mm-hmm. He is a fucking little bull in the china shop. He's a demon out there. But I think on turf, out of the snow, out of the rain, whatever you want to call that slush fest, the first time around, there's a lot more ground to stand on for these defensive tackles, and they're both going to be available for this one, and that's Lee McNeil and DJ Reader. I think we should be good in the run game. I don't think he'll be running around like he was before. And then Edgerrin Cooper, I'm looking at their injury report right now, is out with a hamstring. Not out, but he didn't participate. And hamstrings typically, you're out like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
1 to 2 weeks. Also, they're still missing. Actually, the guy that ended up playing center for them last week, Elton Jenkins, did not participate. But I guess that's like a maintenance thing. Last time I had the conversation with the Packers reporter. We'll see as the week progresses, but they're missing a few guys too. Gary Alexander practiced limited. I saw someone say he's going to be out. He's a limited participant today, so he may be available for the game. Nick, reaction to Detroit Lions injuries, Packers injuries?
Yeah, I'm trying not to overreact. I'm going to be honest here, fellas.
Let it fly.
I'm trying not to overreact. We looked very poor in the second half of that Chicago Bears game, and I'm trying to get that out of my mind. It was just one half, but this team has, you want to see your team ascending later in the season, and this team, hasn't looked as sharp as they did at the start of the year, or especially when they were rolling in the middle there. But you know what? We're still winning games while we're dealing with all these injuries. So to get those 2 cornerback, your starting quarterback, very quality players back, I think it's going to go a long way against the Packers. We are still favorites, even with all these injuries. At home, it's Thursday night football. You know what happened last year against this Packer team. We're going to come out. Aaron Glenn will have these fellas ready, and they're going to have to respond to what happened last year because Jordan Love came in here and, kind of made you look like a little bitch, and that can't happen 2 years in a row.
Yeah, it's like I said, I expect the Lions to win this game. I expect them to go out there to do what they do, to run the ball, to stop the run, and to force Jordan Love to beat you. And with a healthy secondary, they're going to take the ball away. Jordan Love's going to have to beat you in this game, and he has the propensity to throw interceptions. So I expect them to get the ball a couple times from the Packers. This is not going to be a blowout. I'm only going to take the Lions by probably 14. So I expect them to go in there and put up a good fight against the Green Bay Packers. But like I said, at home with Ford Field going, healthy secondary, I can't say healthy defensive line, but at least 4 healthy defensive linemen. I think they win this game.
I think they definitely get it done. I think the defensive injuries, they fit a narrative more than they are truth because, like, the key pieces we have are still there. I know you're missing Alex Zalone, but I think you said David Long has filled in nicely. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Jamal plays, like, this week. But Quan Alexander, he's played with AG. They're familiar with, like, a little bit of scheme, at least philosophy and whatnot, too. So, like, I think it's a little bit more oversold than what it actually is.
Yeah.
Of course, it sucks me missing the depth pieces if anything were to happen. I think maybe the run game at the edge position. Obviously, Muhammad is more, I think, of a pass rusher than Josh Pascal.
He's pretty big, though.
But Pascal plays the run more than Muhammad.
For sure.
I think we'll be fine for the most part. It's going to be, whatever happens in this game, I just don't want injuries to be the excuse.
No, they're not.
Like, especially in the secondary, there's no excuse. You have your starting corners. You have your starting safeties. The only thing you're missing is your edge rushers and a linebacker. 2 linebackers.
3 linebackers.
3 linebackers.
Malcolm,
4
Alex,
linebackers.
Barnes.
Yeah.
5 linebackers.
I mean, throw the meme up, Chris.
But even then, those guys play like, you know what I'm saying, depending what kind of formation you want, those guys might be on the field.
This is fucking crazy right here. This is from Detroit Moments. The Lions are the only team in the NFL with 15 or more players on IR. They've got 18. And, it's never an excuse. You know, you go out there, you play with who you play with, you got who you got. So the Lions got to go out there and take care of business. And if they play their game, even with the extensive amount of injuries on their defense, they'll be able to win. So
now we see why Brad Holmes proposed all those rule changes about roster spots and injury reserves and all of that. I mean, you know, it's very unfortunate. Where I'm at with it is that I'm like Nick. I'm nervous. I'm trying to just get through this game because I think if you get through this game, I know the Bills are a damn good team, but that 10-day rest, it just seems like it's coming at a perfect time for the Lions. You would have liked it to have been this week so that they could have had this for the divisional game, but if they get through this, then I feel confident about them going forward. This is a tough game, and if I'm looking at the schedule, this is probably the game I'm most nervous about given the factor of the roster right now.
I look at Chicago, and Chicago is the hardest game remaining on the schedule. And just because it's going to be on the road in conditions, the injuries are still going to be there. You know, none of these guys are coming back from IR in 2 weeks. But I still think that, like I said, the injuries are not going to be a factor. This linebacking core, I like a lot. As it is right now, even without Malcolm Rodriguez, Alex Anzalone, and Derek Barnes, who were your first, third, and fourth linebacker going into this season, I really like where they're at with Jack Campbell, David Long Jr., Quan Alexander, Neiman, Nowaski, Adams. Like I like what they got out there for linebackers, so I don't expect much of a fall off. You know, no disrespect to Anzalone or Malcolm Rodriguez, but like David Long Jr. was a fan. People didn't talk about how good of a signing that was enough. He is going to be huge for the Lions the rest of the season. It's the defensive line depth that, like, if they have Pascal, I'm fine, and I wouldn't worry about the defensive line at all. But not having Pascal is something that worries me a little bit, just because he is one of the best defensive ends in the NFL when it comes to setting the edge, containing the run, and playing that. And that is so important to what the Lions do on defense. So we'll see. Muhammad is going to get an extended amount of minutes. We talked about it earlier or last week that if Pascal can't go for this one, I think Muhammad should get the start.
He will.
He's a big dude, too. It's not like he's like James Houston, who is so quick that he gets to, like, he is a big guy. So I think he'll be just fine in the run coverage. You've also got Pat O'Connor. Expect him to see some edge snaps. He's been playing inside majorly, but he is a big guy who can play on the edge. So expect to see him in some obvious run situations at defensive end. I'm excited. This is going to be a good game, man. It's going to be fun to watch. We're going to be at second best for the pregame, and then probably watch it there. So
check it out.
Check it out.
Call up on you. And like AG said, like, he's the things that he looks for when he grabs these defenders, they have got. He just wants guys that attack the ball viciously, that get to it. He says the players make the scheme. And I think just looking at his track record as a defensive coordinator in Detroit, it adds up. The first 2 years, first 3 years even, a little bit shaky. And then this year, I park your son. Shutting shit down.
I wouldn't be surprised if finishing the rest of this year in this Aaron Glenn defense got Jamal Adams a contract next year somewhere. Because
maybe it's here.
I really think maybe it is here, but I really think we're going to see him make some big plays coming down the stretch from that Ife Melifonwu-esque role.
It's going to be very interesting to see. I know last year Last year was different though because Branch is playing the nickel, so you could fit them both on the field. And this year it's Amik Robinson the nickel. You're not going to put Jamal Adams on the nickel.
No, you're going to put him at Sam. He's going to play Sam.
I think it's going to be where Malcolm was. And it makes sense. Malcolm and Anzalone are your best coverage linebackers.
Yeah.
And we'll be fine. I'm very excited to see what he draws up with those guys. But we'll get back from break, talking more Detroit Lions. Speaking of the NFC North, fucking Vikings, bro.
Next team.
They just keep winning. We'll have Nick talk about that when we get back. But first, tell us about Les Stanford.
Are you overdue for a new car? Beat the holiday rush and get an amazing deal from Les Stanford Chevrolet. Right now, a Blazer EV2 LT with all-wheel drive is only $149 per month, or go check out the Equinox EV LT for only $169 per month. Get to Les Stanford today or click on the QR code on the screen and check out our massive inventory. Don't forget, Les Stanford has Cadillac, Buick, GMC as well. Les Stanford in Dearborn and Ferndale, lesstanford.com.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Rookies! We already told you guys Soroki's taking over the state of Michigan. Check out their new Fitton and Heartland locations. Don't miss the grand opening events in Fitton, December 5th, and in Heartland on December 12th from 4 to 8 p.m. Enjoy exclusive giveaways, a chance to win free Soroki's for a year, and the cheapest gas in the state. Come out and enjoy the fun, food, and unbeatable deals at Soroki's Crispy and Chicken. That's Soroki's!
I didn't even mention or think about this, but this is a revenge game for Zadarius Smith.
Oh, yeah.
First time he's playing the Packers.
And
since he became a Detroit Lion.
Revenge game for Brian Branch. The NFL tried to throw him out of the fucking first time.
That's true.
To make shit interesting. And it's still interesting in the NFC North because these fucking pesky Vikings, bro. They're not... Okay, hold on. They're good. I'll say they're good. But they're not like the... They're not the record is.
Sam Darnold's not playing well.
It's fucking... It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yesterday, if you watch the game, Cardinals-Vikings, the Cardinals, I believe, missed 2 field goals. Or at least I know for sure, damn sure, 1. The Cardinals should have won that game. They choked.
Absolutely, they should have
won
won
that fucking sucked, man. I'm sick and tired of these pesky Vikings. That was the first challenge they had since they beat the Detroit Lions. They lost 1 to the Rams. So the Rams are finally getting healthy. They're getting hurt again. Actually, they won again yesterday.
But they play the Lions, the Packers, and the Bears.
I want to be able to relax, bro. I get pissed off that, I love and respect Josh Allen. I think he's a tremendous football player.
He's so good.
I got so mad yesterday watching them clinch the division, and now they could just chill out. They want week 18, let the guys get healthy. I want to be able to do that with the fucking best record in the NFL right now, but we can't because these goddamn pesky Vikings are on our ass. And it's not just them either. The Packers too. The Packers a little bit more behind, but they got ground to gain this Thursday.
The Vikings play the Falcons, the Bears, the Seahawks, the Packers, and the Lions.
Come on, man.
So I expect a few dubs or expect a few L's from them.
That's an easy schedule.
Not really. What?
The Falcons are fucking crumbling before our eyes.
Yeah, the Seahawks lead their division, and all of the 3 teams.
The Seahawks are just as shaky.
I don't think they're as shaky as the Falcons. I think the Seahawks are going to beat the Vikings.
More on that later.
We fucking need it.
I could see the Bears, the Packers, the Seahawks, and the Lions beating the Vikings.
I don't think the Bears can beat them at home.
I can see the Packers beating them.
If it was at Chicago, I'd say yes.
Yeah,
to be honest with you guys,
they have the Bears and the Falcons and the Packers at home. They're on the road in Seattle. That's definitely an L. And on the road in
I said this Friday, but I want to say it again today. As the guy I told you to be concerned about the Bears in the Thanksgiving game, they're going to fall out the rest of the season. I promise you.
Who, the Vikings?
Like no, the Bears. All those like Bears on our schedule, the Bears on their schedule. Like one spot with Eberflus, I would consider it more sketchy in that situation. Without him, although he's a little bit of a dipshit, they're gonna fall out, man. You have a guy in Thomas Brown who is stepping up to a coordinator position for the first time in his life, then moved to a head coaching position. He was just now getting his footing on the coordinator spot. It's a fucking lot for that guy to bear. He just, 2-3 weeks, I think it was. Like he was good at it. Mm-hmm. So instead of allowing him to be great at that and flourish in that, now you're putting the extra responsibilities of having the game plan for the defense, have the game plan for the offense, special teams, delegate everything else. Like take the interviews, the head coaching interviews. You see Dan Campbell hit the flagship. That's around the league. Like you're taking away from his ability to do what he was good at. I think they're going to fall out. I really do. And I don't know how much Eberflus contributed to the defense, but that was the one thing that was kind of consistent with them, even when they were bad, as the defense was nothing to sneeze at. Is that an expression? I say it all the time.
Nothing to sneeze at? Yeah.
Nothing to turn your nose at?
Nothing to sneeze at, yeah.
I got to find some new ones. I'm sick of saying the same shit. But regardless, I think they're going to fall out.
2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
2 shakes of a lamb's tail. You know what I'm saying?
That's actually a real expression.
1 in the hand's worth 2 in the bush. The rule of thumb.
The rule of thumb is crazy, dude.
Either way, man, I think the Bears are going to fall out. But these Vikings, Nick, what the fuck's up, man? When are these guys going to lose and give
team.
us a breath?
Speak about your team right now.
Okay, so this is my team.
Your man.
Because I picked them to win against the Lions in that first matchup after the Lions. After the Lions lost Defensive Player of the Year favorite. And we were not favored going into that game, so I have become the biggest Vikings fan, maybe in Detroit. Because
you liked them in the offseason before that matchup.
I thought they were slept on. I truly did, because they have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson.
Listen to him, he's gushing right now, dude.
And they have the number 5th ranked defense in the league. It's not pretty, but they just keep finding ways to win. It almost reminds me of like the Chiefs in a way. It doesn't matter, but at the end of the game, they're finding a fucking way to win. Obviously not what I meant. They're finding ways to win, and it does piss me off, because I do want to chill. I want to lay back, put my feet up, and have a 3-game cushion in the NFC North. But it's every single game you have to live and die with this Lions team, and you got to pray to God that they find a way to win with all these injuries, because Vikings aren't losing. The Packers are red hot right now. This is the best division in football, and I absolutely hate it. I mean, I'm glad they don't have a great quarterback, or else I think I would be scared of them moving forward. But
that's the other thing, too. Now they got fucking Daniel Jones. Even if Sam Darnold does fuck up or get hurt,
it's the same thing.
They got a fucking plug and place.
Yeah.
It's annoying as fuck.
It is. Kevin O'Connell's a damn good head coach, man.
He is very good, dude.
He's
very good. Very, very, very good coach.
Yeah.
I hope JJ sucks, because if he's anything special, that could be scary.
Need JJ to be a bust for sure.
Because they got, Nick was gushing over him just
Nick
then.
Would
but
love
he's
that if JJ was good for the Vikings.
He sent the gift this weekend.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys were giving me shit. Was the only one that picked the Vikings, locked them. You guys all picked the Cards.
You also locked the Vikings against the Lions.
Happily wore the suit that day.
You did. But yeah, I mean,
Arf in the Woodward Sports Chat: never eat spinach with a stranger. That's good advice.
That's an expression I'm gonna start using.
Never eat spinach. I don't think that's an expression.
Chicago's defense, it's not enough to eat a stranger with spinach. I don't fucking know.
No. Nothing you'd eat a stranger with spinach about, but they've been playing well.
Yeah, man, they're fucking annoying. I know we said they were frauds. Are you still subscribe to that?
Yeah, I don't think they win a playoff game. Like when they get into the playoffs, no, they'll probably get it easy.
Chris, we pull up the current playoff, like what it is right now.
Yep.
It would be at Atlanta, I'm pretty sure,
or at Seattle,
or at Tampa.
They won't beat Tampa, bro. They wouldn't beat Tampa in Tampa.
You didn't beat Tampa?
No, I don't.
Tampa's decimated with injuries, just like us.
Yeah, I know, but Bucky Irving.
But, no, that doesn't work.
No, the NFC kind of blows, dude.
I know they can win a playoff game.
Outside of us and the Eagles,
they can beat the Falcons. I think they beat the Falcons.
Vikings would play Falcons right now because 4-5, right?
They would probably win that game.
Yeah. Straight up.
In Atlanta, though.
More on the Falcons later.
Yeah, we have an Around the League coming up.
All right, let's get to Around the League.
They're
all right.
They're a good team, man.
Yeah,
they're a good team. It's flat out. They're well coached. Brian Flores is a very good coach. Kevin O'Connell is one of the best coaches in the NFL. And they've got weapons
I don't think they're what their record says they are.
No, I don't either.
I think they're more of an annoyance. I mean, Colts, Jags, Titans. Fuck all those teams.
I mean, we beat all those teams, too.
We beat the fuck out of those teams.
We did beat the fuck out of all
Outside
those.
of maybe we beat the fuck out of the garbage teams. So, like, yeah, they helped their win a little bit.
Kirk
the Bears,
revenge game, says DNC-ENT.
huh?
In the playoffs, Kirk Cousins' revenge game. Kirk looked like shit last week, though.
Dog,
What,
the
he threw
Chargers
4
were
picks?
fucking him up.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We're going around the league. The Cardinals, they just fucking choked, man. They fucking
That's
choked.
just embarrassing, dude. The Eagles and the fucking Ravens and the Cardinals both should have won those games. Like,
I know.
rather easily.
Would have helped us out a lot.
Do you know what? I think
Then Nick would have been in the suit.
I don't know if it's talking about the
I
NFC
would've
South.
gladly taken
We'll
it,
come back
honestly.
to around the league. How about that?
Yeah, we'll come back
Because
to
the Buccaneers might be able to snipe this division. I just looked at the records. They're tied.
We'll come back to around the league, but first let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Walk in 90 Lady Jane's haircuts for men for an award-winning haircut experience, and you can get it for just $20. Scan that QR code in the corner right there, and it's not just a haircut. It comes with a hot leather neck shave, scalp massage, and hot towel treatment. So make sure you get in while you can. Lady Jane's haircuts for men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger over a T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a deal, relax with some hydro massage feels. Instead of in-laws in your face,
Did you hear the owl?
get some space at any of our 2,600 locations with the PF Black Card. Just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Caesars Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. What if I told you your first bet up to $1,000 would be risk-free? Would you think I'm crazy? Well, I'm not. Just scan that QR code on the screen. Use code word Woodward1000, and your first bet placed between $25 and $1,000 will be risk-free. You will get it back in bonus bets if it doesn't cash. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
Welcome back to whatever it's live around the league with Nick. Let's close off.
All right, fellas, we started in Atlanta. Is it time for the
Hotlanta.
lefty gunslinger after the Falcons lose their third straight game and Kirk Cousins throws 4 picks?
Sheesh.
Is it time for the lefty gunslinger?
Oh, I was like,
Is it time for the first round pick, Michael Penix?
No,
I
you're
think
fighting
that's
for a division
disrespectful.
championship.
Yeah, what are you doing right now?
4
Not
picks,
you, but just like the
third
people
straight
calling.
loss.
No,
No, dude. Jared Goff had 5. Did we bench him?
they didn't
Well,
lose.
we didn't lose 3 straight.
Yeah, they're not as good as us to be, fucking avoid that. I mean,
Yeah.
no, you don't bench Kirk Cousins. You're fighting for a division right now. That'd be insane to do right now.
Shout
if
out
you were
to Stephen
if you won
Wandry.
3 games in the year, maybe, but no.
Stephen Wandry in the Woodward Sports Chat says, Spenny Rockstar, easy, great show. Oh, Rackster. Spenny Rackstar. Easy, great show. One of my favorite pods. Shout out to you, brother.
5 stars.
Shout out. What's his
Appreciate
name?
you supporting us. Stephen Wandry. And I
Shout out,
did want to
Steven.
shout out this guy on Instagram.
Just called himself a rock star. This guy's full of himself.
No, he said
You look in the mirror when you jerk
he
off,
said
don't
he
you?
can't be in the comments too often. I don't know where it is.
Pretty sure you do. All right, Nick, what's next?
Yeah.
Chris, would you bench Kurt real quick?
No, I'm with you. Look, that division is up for grabs. I actually think Tampa Bay could pull this off, but I'm not touching that. Not putting a rookie quarterback in that situation. No way. I know they're spiraling, but unless injury, keep it going.
Actually, I got some numbers. 3 consecutive losses. Kirk Cousins, 0 touchdowns, 6 interceptions within that span.
Oof.
Nah. Now 60% completion in every single one of those games, but I don't know, dude. Denver's a really good defense. Atlanta, New Orleans, that's a division game. And then the Chargers are actually pretty good. So, I mean.
I don't think you can give your rookies first start.
Hold on. It just got worse. 10 turnovers in total.
2 fumbles lost, too?
2 fumbles, and then, a fumble in each other game. So, 6 interceptions and 4 fumbles. I don't know if they're all a loss, but.
Oh, man.
I guess I see where the conversation's being had now.
But still, I don't think you could put your rookie, because it's is it the pressure? Is it the throws? Like, Kirk's been getting beat up, too. I don't think this is a situation you put your rookie quarterback into for his first start when you're trying to hold on to a division.
Yeah, I guess, are they missing guys on the offensive line? Like, we got JT Olsen. I know you're in the chat. You're an NFC South guy. I guess I have to do the homework on that. That's crazy. I did not know he was playing that bad.
All right, fellas. Josh Frodo Baggins Allen gave away a ring this weekend to now fiance Haley Steinfeld. On the field, he threw for a TD, rushed for a touchdown, and caught a touchdown. First quarterback to ever complete this quest. Will he get a ring of his own this year?
He won't get a ring, but he'll get the MVP. He's not going to win a ring because the Lions are winning the Super Bowl. So.
Is he your favorite out of the AFC?
Are the Bills my favorite out of the AFC?
No, just him.
No.
Yeah, no, just Josh Allen.
It's a fucking slaughter fest.
It is
a
AFC,
fucking man.
Dude, it's a madhouse over there.
It is crazy.
I would put the Bills as the favorite, yes, or the Steelers.
I put it. Yeah, I could, any of them could come out of the AFC right now.
Or the Chargers.
Bills.
Dude,
Chiefs,
I think the Chiefs are going to lose to the Chargers
Ravens
in the playoffs.
That'd be lit. Justin Herbert deserves his. He's been shit on for no reason.
He does get shit on for
He's
no
been
reason.
like a Matthew Stafford kind of situation there beforehand. No, I can't call it either way, man. Sure, yeah.
They just kicked the shit out of the 49ers.
They did.
They
The 49ers
right now,
are dying like before our eyes.
Yeah, they are dying before Christian McCaffrey out 6 weeks with the PCL.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if I want to buy too much into it, but the fact that Pittsburgh scored like over 28 points,
44.
Come on, man. Like if they could actually score too with that defense, then yeah, they're real.
Speaking of the Steelers, Russell 414 yards passing, put up 44 on the Bengals. Chris, shout out. Are the Steelers the second best team in the AFC?
They might be the best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
No,
they're impressive, man. I would take them over the Chiefs right now. I would take them over. The only team that I might not take them over in the AFC is the Bills.
So that's your 1-2?
Yeah.
1-2. No, they're not. I think you still got to look at the Bills and the Chiefs in that division. I think the Chargers, did they play the Chargers and lose early in the season? That might have been with Justin Fields, but I would still take those 3 teams over the Steelers right now. Just because
take the Chargers over the Steelers?
I'd take the Chargers over the Steelers right now, yeah.
I would not.
Crazy.
I'm pretty sure the Chargers beat them.
Boy, you're crazy.
Boy, you crazy. Nah, I would. Their offense is a little bit shaky to me, that's all.
All right, fellas. The Seahawks won over the Jets, and the Cardinals lose to the Vikings. Seahawks have now won 3 straight. Do they win this division?
They're up 2.5 games, and I'd have to look at the rest of their schedule, but yeah, I don't see the Cardinals.
Oh, damn, they beat the Chargers.
Bringing back that much ground.
Yeah, they have an easy schedule.
The Niners are dead.
Niners are cooked.
Rams back to 500.
Rams back to 500, but I don't know if they get much higher over that. Yeah, I think this is the division for the Seahawks.
Hey.
Yeah, I picked the Cardinals, and I've been kind of like just stubborn and digging my heels in it. But it's looking like it's going to be a Cardinals. It's still open, though.
Niners put both running backs on IR. They put Mason on IR, too.
Is that from the chat or from Sheffield?
Chat.
If that's confirmed,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah,
but I like Isaac, whoever they drafted too, though.
Yeah, let's bury the Niners. Like, I don't know if that's one of your questions, but they're buried.
Jordan Mason's
they're
on
buried. They're buried. They're done. They're cooked.
All right, they're done. But the Eagles give Lamar Jackson his second loss against the NFC ever. Have the Eagles taking over as the number 1 team in the NFC with all of the Lions injuries?
Ooh. With us getting again, I think some of the injuries are oversold because some of those pieces we've been missing as we've been whooping some ass. Like Anzo's been out, but we still been whooping some ass in the absence of Anzo. I think the pieces that like are true to like way we need to play defense has been those cornerbacks to allow those safeties to do what they got to do. So I can't deny they're fucking scary, but just the bias in me is gonna go with Detroit Lions in this one. I think just we're more formidable mentally in that matchup. And hopefully it's in Ford Field versus Philadelphia. If it's in Philadelphia, it's a different conversation to be had. But the Eagles are definitely I'll tell you what. Some people might be surprised by my power rankings tomorrow. I'll put it to you that way. Are the Eagles the number one team in the NFC, Benny? Or Chris?
No, the Lions are still the number one team in the NFC. The Eagles look very good, but they should have lost that game. Baltimore Ravens choked that game. The Lions have a better defense than the Baltimore Ravens, even with the injuries. When we play them, we'll be able to stop Saquon Barkley, and it's going to force Jalen Hurts to beat us. And I believe in our secondary to turn them over. So, no. It's close. Eagles are damn good for sure.
I don't know, man, because those wide receivers that they got too. I know that Jalen Hurts hasn't been all that this year, but a couple years ago he was damn good. And if this team is just peaking at the right time, that's what I've been saying for weeks. A lot of football is just getting right at the right time. So I'm worried. I still think it's the Lions because I think they're the most complete team, and I think if you're looking at it from the macro perspective, when they get all their players back or the players that they should be getting back, I think you look at this team as still the best team. But in the right now, in the short term, if you want to say the Eagles are the hottest team, I disagree, but I wouldn't be mad at you.
Nick, where you at with that one?
Yeah, it depends where this game's played in the NFC Championship game.
That's, yeah.
It really does.
Fair point.
It sucks because these injuries, have really kind of taken a lot out of this Lions team and kind of taken off a lot of the, I still have hope and I still think that they are the best team in the NFC, but just a depleted injury team against the powerhouse Eagles with all those superstars, offense and defense. Like, it's hard. Jalen Carter looks great right now. Hurts looks good.
So
Saquon
good.
might be the MVP of the goddamn league right now. Yeah, it's crazy, but
DNC ENT says you aren't stopping Saquon, bro. Yeah, you are. The Lions will.
If any team can do it,
the Lions will.
If any team can do it,
we've done it before, and I know he's in a better scheme.
I mean, we did it against
with a
the
better
New York
offensive
Giants.
line, but they're going to stop Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley will not rush for 100 yards on the Detroit Lions defense. You can book that.
All
It's
right.
fair, but he could go for 99.
That's fine. That's stopping.
It'd be just as effective.
All right, fellas. Fins down where I was wrong. Packers are rolling. Where do you rank them in the NFC?
Yeah, I couldn't believe people actually thought the Dolphins were going to win that game.
They had
Nick was one of them.
At one time, they have to win in the cold. Like,
No, they don't.
Never.
They don't, because they're not going to. They're not built for it, and their players aren't built for it, and their team isn't built for it. See you later, Miami. Have fun in Cancun. They're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, they're still a good team, but like it's partially they lost Tua. That's part of the reason why they're not going to make the playoffs. But they're not built for the playoffs. Playoffs are played in cold weather, and they play in the AFC East, where you're outside a lot of times. I love Mike McDaniel. I think he's better suited as an offensive coordinator. It's probably where he'd end up because on Miami they're just too soft to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I think Josh Jacobs.
He's low-key, he's a lot weirder than Jonathan Gannon.
Oh yeah, he's the weirdest.
Yeah,
he's one of those. He's got Asperger's or some shit for sure. Asperger's. But
it's funny, but it's actually
Josh Jacobs was talking after the game. They're like, them boys look cold out there. And the other part of it too is like, and I love Mike McDaniel too, but like, why are you running your offense in the middle of the field in the cold weather with Jonnu fucking Smith?
Does not make sense.
Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
It was
like you're asking those guys to take repeated hits in the middle of the field in the cold weather. It's not going to work out for you unless Devon Achane did have a day, but I don't know.
Yeah, their current playoff probability is 11%. I think the Dolphins are
more
cooked.
than I thought.
You're not jumping off. You're Dolphins and a Vikings guy.
You can still buy stock, Nick.
Yeah.
Where was the logic in you having them beating the Packers? Just Packers.
I just
Packers
thought
hating
the
Dolphins
Packers
love?
were coming off such a big win the week prior, and the Dolphins need it. But I mean, obviously, they still can't play in the cold, and if they ever are going to be successful, they need to get the 1 seed in the AFC. And I just don't know how this is going to happen in such a stacked AFC. I just like their offense, honestly. I like Tua, and I like their wideouts a lot. That's why I'm a Dolphins fan. I enjoy watching them play when they are firing on all cylinders. But the Commanders finally get off the schneid, getting a win after losing 3 straight and beat the Titans. Can the Commanders win a game in the playoffs?
Yeah, they can. They have an explosive quarterback and a defensive-minded head coach. They don't tend to make too many mistakes. They had a rough stretch there, but you're going to have rough stretches throughout the season with having a rookie quarterback. And if you got the Cardinal or whoever you're going to face in the first round, whether it be the Seahawks or not, if they see us, well, they wouldn't see us. If
They'd have to win a game
if
first.
they see the Eagles or us, no.
Yeah, that's the why the answer is no.
What's the question?
Will they win a game in the playoff? Well, they're not going to be the last team in the NFC, right?
No,
they are right. They are right now. And I don't know if they're going to pass the Packers. So
oh no, they're not going to pass the Packers.
So then that's why, to me, the answer is no.
They would have to see,
an
NFC South team,
my God.
and the NFC South team's not going to be seated high enough for them to face them.
Eagles, that could be a fraud check game. That is a division team in the playoffs.
That's what we root for.
I would root for that match. That would be the best possible matchup for the Lions, for the Eagles to see the Commanders in the first round. Because that wouldn't be an easy win. That's what everybody's saying. You know, that's what people look at the outside of the division. People look at the Lions playing the Bears, and they're like, oh, they're going to wash them. Commanders are better than the Bears.
I think that's what you have to root for.
I guess, rookie quarterback, but I think Caleb...
I think that's what you have to root for. I mean, there's not really a chance they're catching the Packers anyway, so they're kind of locked into that 7th unless they blow it down the stretch.
Yeah.
So,
who else is even close though?
Right now,
NFC,
the Bucks at 6-6, and the Cardinals and the Rams. Those are the teams that could really do something.
All right, last one, fellas. They didn't pull out the win. But, man, they were close. Bryce Young and the Panthers. Where's your guys' confidence level 1 through 10 with Bryce Young moving forward? Because he's came back.
It's pretty high for me, honestly. I would say like 7. Like, Bryce Young has looked really good. I've liked the Panthers, and not last week, but the 2 games before that, I had the Panthers, and they won both of them. And they were really close to winning this game outside of a Chuba Hubbard fumble in overtime, which he doesn't fumble, so you can't blame the guy for that. It's going to happen. It's like the Jahmyr Gibbs fumble. Like, once in a while, you're going to lose a ball. I feel bad for Chuba Hubbard because he's played so well. But the Panthers are fun to watch, man. They're low-key getting on track here, and Bryce Young's playing good football.
Yeah, they're a scrappy bunch. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. Like, can he be a starting quarterback in the league? Yeah, I think you've always been that. I just thought the Panthers were inoperable. I thought the ownership and David Tepper was just fucking killing them.
Oh, my God.
They need chance development by firing every single person you had in front of them. But I think Coach Dave Canales now, I think he could revive him a little bit and maybe give him a little bit of time, and he'll be like a Jared Goff type dude that actually run the ball a little bit, because now he has numbers that are blowing you away by any chance. I'm only 56% completion percentage in the last game. He'll be a starter, yeah. But I'm not like, oh, here comes the number 1 overall pick, Bryce Young. I'm not there. I'm not that with it. Nick, where you at with it?
Nah, fuck that. He's small. Back to the booth.
I'm at like a 4. I'm happy for him to have some success in the NFL, because I thought, here goes another story of another bust quarterback. But no, it's good to see him just be competent.
His past 2 games, he's had 298 yards and a touchdown and 263 yards and a touchdown. No interceptions in both of those games. So the rest definitely helped him. He's dealing with a very bad hand of weapons, so I'm not putting it 100% on him. But
you said catch by Adam Thielen yesterday?
Yeah, that was just
rewinding the clock a little bit.
That was his first game back from injury. Yeah,
I picked him up in fantasy.
He's playing well, man.
Shit on my bench.
I'm happy for Bryce Young.
God damn it.
He got a touchdown too, didn't he?
Yeah. Could have used
him.
Dude,
did you see Nick Westbrook-Akine got another touchdown?
Yeah, I did.
It's
I was laughing.
7 weeks in a row.
We got pretty heated during that useless fucking argument. And turns out this guy, fucking stud. I think he's still in our free agents too. I might try to pick him up. Did they win?
I didn't even set my lineup last week.
They lost, right? Titans
lost to the Commanders.
Yeah. Titans lost to the Durs.
Where you at with him?
Will Levis?
Yeah,
that's your boy.
I don't like him at all.
Would you give up? Would you draft another quarterback yet? I think I'd wait another year.
I would draft another quarterback.
Yeah. If I have a chance for
if you could get
Shador,
I wouldn't take. I don't know about
Cam
Ward.
You get Shador,
dude.
yeah. But is Deion gonna let Shador go to Tennessee?
No. Shador's going to New York. He's gonna be a Giant.
He'll be a Raider.
I wouldn't want him going to the Raiders.
No, but I mean
the Giants aren't that much better.
It's a big market. Yeah, I wouldn't want him to go to New York.
Both of them are ass franchises.
Watch the 49ers lose.
I'll tell you what, because he worked with Tom Brady growing up, and Tom Brady's now part owner of the Raiders. Jags probably have number 1 overall pick. They
Belichick
take Travis
comes
Hunter.
back to coach.
Raiders at number 2, take Shedeur Sanders.
What if fucking the Niners lose out and get Shedeur Sanders?
That'd be crazy. Brock Purdy's out there floating around.
Brock Purdy's just, yeah, see you later.
Who does he become the quarterback of?
He would go to the Niners. Or to the Raiders.
Yeah.
They would trade Brock Purdy to the Raiders for a shit ton of picks. He would
God,
suck.
no way.
And the Niners would just reload their window.
Okay, I'm reloaded. What else we got?
Heavyweight huddle.
That's the heavyweight huddle.
That's all she wrote. Tell us about KDK Law.
I'll tell you guys about KDK Law. Did you just find out your wife's a closet Bears fan?
Ew.
Gross.
Nasty.
Divorce that woman.
Ugly.
She talks too much.
248-971-0476 or scan the QR code above my head. Any type of family law issue. It doesn't have to be divorce. Could be child custody. Could be child visitation. Whatever it is, Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law got your back. They're right here in Birmingham, Michigan. KDK Law. They got your back. Tell them the heavyweight sent you. They pay your first-time filing fee.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
All right, Woodward sports fans, whether you're hitting the game or just chilling, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of recreational cannabis products. They have over 27 locations across the great state of Michigan, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations are right here in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way. It's Jars Cannabis. Check them out.
There's a Milan, Michigan.
I didn't know there was a Milan, Michigan.
Website. Woodward Sports live watch party and post-game show live from Hayes Social. Obviously, it's not on Sunday. It's going to be on Thursday this week.
Sunday.
During the Packers game, Shawnee B and Neil Rule, Sam Flannel will all be at Hayes Social. Make sure you go out there and have a good time. And, of course, the post-game show with Stick and Anson afterwards. It's presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila.
We'll let it get shaky. I park your son. Bryce Young actually averaging amongst the top in air yards per attempt.
Fuck you mean?
So he's slanging that thing. What up there? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm joined by Spimo Rax, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend. Speaking of friends, I have a dear friend that texted me Friday while they're inebriated and said they were crying tears. And I said, why are you crying tears, friend? He just said, I love this team so goddamn much. So I was looking at pictures of this defensive line. It inspired me to write. Well, I don't even know what it was called.
A manifesto.
A manifesto. That's what they're called when you're white. Spinny. You have a Terrell Williams manifesto you'd like to read.
What?
To the
We'd
class.
like to hear it.
When did I,
You were that drunk?
Did I really text you that?
Yeah, you texted all of us that.
That was last week, wasn't it?
No, that's Friday.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
You said I want 5 minutes alone.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was last week. You sure?
Yeah. We can jump into something else.
Well,
Yeah,
we got 4 minutes till break, so.
That was this week?
It was a little too detailed? A little too much lovey-dovey in there?
No, I don't remember that.
Too
Well,
erotic?
no, I
A little too
remember.
erotic?
I remember
That makes
doing
it even more better.
Little
I
too
remember
erotic.
doing it. I remember texting you that, but I'm pretty sure that was last week.
No, that was Friday.
I'll go dig through the archives real quick.
It was a Kuna night.
I didn't go to Kuna on Friday.
Or Saturday.
I didn't go to Kuna on Saturday this week either. I'm pretty sure it was
No,
last
you
week.
did go there Friday. I was texting you.
Are you sure? I think that was last week.
We started with the ciders here Friday. Fun little Friday show. Ate some pizza. Had a little cider. Sparking any memories?
That was
snowing like crazy, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was Friday. Wow, yeah. No. Let me check my. Oh, it says I typed up some notes. Let me check my notes.
That's awesome.
Okay, yeah, here we go. I got it in my notes right here.
Make sure you leave the spelling errors.
Pecco, Davenport, Kaminsky, and of course the MVP of the NFL through 4 weeks, Aiden Hutchinson. Pascal, Levi, and Wingo banged up for the entire year. You've heard of the land of misfit toys. Can I interest you in the land of misfit pass rushers? Bring the best out of players like AQM, Nowaski, Pat O'Connor, and much more. The ways that Darius Smith has been used since he's got here has been artistry. Terrell Williams really has worked with the bottom of the scrap heap when it comes to pass rushers. You have your starting 2 defensive ends go out for the season in the first 4 weeks of the season. You have multiple guys that are banged up in and out of games throughout the year, whether you look at Nowaski or Pascal or different players like that. They've had to miss games from injury here or there. And you have had consistent pass rush in a lot of these games, especially since you went out and got Zadarius Smith. He knows how to use these guys and get the utmost out of them. You look at Zadarius Smith going out there, getting a lot of reps in the middle of the defense. We saw the stat last week was the most pressures when not blitzing in the Dan Campbell era that has nobody else's name written all over it but Terrell Williams. He is setting these guys up in the best spot to have the utmost success. And it doesn't matter if you were the first pick of the NFL draft or if you were an undrafted free agent. When he gets his hands on you, he's going to bring out the best in you and your game. It's been extremely impressive to watch him go out there and work with these either nobodies or has-beens, no offense, but it's guys that teams didn't want. It's guys that teams were throwing away, that the Detroit Lions were picking up off the scrap heap and making sure things would happen. Terrell Williams has been nothing but great for this Detroit Lions team, and it's fun to watch. Shout out to Chris for...
Yeah, it's a great time for a solo shot, Chris.
Two-camming the entire monologue.
It wasn't the whole entire one. It was like the last minute.
Nah, dude.
No, it was. Watch, go back, check the tape.
I'll check the tape. You're grounded. We're disappointed in you.
Carry on with the show.
That was a clip. All right, you're right.
That was a clip for sure.
You're right.
It was a good clip.
Will you try to upload that, multicoder?
I will.
We got to go to break anyway. 6:38. Spinny. That was a good one.
Thank you.
It's compassionate. It's heartfelt.
It's amazing what he's been doing, man. And he doesn't get enough credit.
You know, a lot of people, things happen when you drink, but, what did I say?
I could have sworn that was last week.
A drunken man's words or a sober man's thoughts.
Yeah.
That's all that was true.
Yeah.
My epiphany, telling you JG in his office, let's take a level up. I was drunk listening to Tom Brady. Poof.
Mm-hmm.
Look what we're watching. It's like that sometimes. Tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym and a friendly, knowledgeable staff. A total body workout in 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You can get all of that for just $15 a month, or upgrade to the Black Card, get you some amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to locations all over the world. Planet Fitness. For more information, join in Club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi experts Woodward Sports. The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
When you give to the Salvation Army, your donation makes it possible to serve our community's most vulnerable.
Make it possible.
24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The Salvation Army of Metro Detroit's 2024 Red Kettle Christmas campaign fundraising goal is $7 million. Your contribution will help provide love beyond Christmas to individuals in need of food, shelter, and compassion. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to donate.sagreatlakes.org to donate.
.org. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever It's Live on Sports.com. We got some words from the newest Detroit Lion, former All-Pro Jamal Adams. Chris, would you mind running that one?
Yeah, it's Ryan Ermanni.
Yeah, oh my God, it's Ryan Ermanni.
Ryan Ermanni.
Yeah, so I didn't get the call. It was a text, but my agent and my pops had called me and they were like, "Hey man, answer your phone." I'm like, "That's my phone. For what? What's going on?" So like AG, I'm like AG with Detroit. Yeah. So it was cool, man. Just to be here, I'm very fortunate and grateful for my opportunity.
You hear that? That's Aaron Glenn. You pick up the phone, baby.
Pick up the phone, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
So it was AG who originally reached out?
It was Aaron Glenn. He said you pick up that phone.
Man. Because he practiced. Listen, Seattle wanted him to stay, but they wanted to move him at the linebacker spot.
Yeah. He
said, no, I'm not going to be Mike McDonald's blitz boy. I already had a home there, made tons of money there. That's who traded for him. Like, the Seattle Seahawks made a commitment to acquire him in the first place. Didn't want to do it. So they dumped him. He goes. Gets picked up by Tennessee. They don't want to make the commitment there. So you know what? Fuck this. If I'm going to, my last run, he's smart for doing this, by the way, in some form or fashion, because you are going to look better on a winning team. You're going to get more TV coverage on a playoff team than you were a team that just sucks, even if you play well. He wanted to be on the winning team. Aaron Glenn picked up that phone, and whatever AG said to him, he committed to that linebacker position because that's where he's practicing today. And that makes me even more hyped to see him here in Detroit. It makes me more hyped because I know he's going to do what he's best at doing, and that's being in that box, getting after the fucking quarterback, playing well against the run. Jamal Adams might be like, this might be one of those ones. We're talking about the Super Bowl 30 for 30. Talking about Detroit from nothing to great to championships. This might be one of those signings they talk about.
Yeah, from the ring to the pen to the crown to the king. It's no, we love Aaron Glenn, man. The NFL loves Aaron Glenn. The players love Aaron Glenn. You heard he was voted as the the defensive coordinator that most players want to play for in the NFL. That doesn't just happen. Like, the man is a leader of men. He is a great defensive mind. We heard our guy Lee McNeil call him a genius before we saw the signs of it when everybody wanted him fired. So shout out to Aaron Glenn. And now you see Aaron Glenn call and you pick up the phone.
I'm pumped, man. Nick?
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to put it in my eyes. It's just I have a really good feeling about this one. Like, I really think Jamal Adams is going to make some big plays for this team. Maybe it's because his pedigree and his hype when he was coming in out of college and how he was a great safety for a bit for Pete Carroll and that Seahawks team. I just have this gut feeling. I really do. Like, you need a guy to step up off of, basically not playing. And I think this is the guy to do so. I think this guy brings an edge to your team that will fit right in with Aaron Glenn's mentality. And I believe he's going to make some big plays for this team.
I get to see it. Them talking about the injuries in the 30 for 30 doc. Like, yeah, Detroit Lions on a roll. They slowly start getting these injuries. Almost lost a divisional point with the rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams. And then the music stops. They cut to Jamal Adams talking some shit. Run his highlight tape. They got rejuvenated. And Spinny, I know Brian Branch has been that, I guess, floater. You know what I'm saying? Allowed to do what he does. But I truly feel like this is where you see Jamal Adams at, because Brian Branch can still lock down the safety position as just a coverage guy as well. Because you think about Jamal Adams, that's what he does as well. He floats around. You know, whether it be coverage, whether it be blitzing. And to be honest with you, at this point in their careers, like, I would say Jamal Adams has proven to be a better blitzer than Branch at this point.
Yeah.
Not disrespectfully either. It's just, I mean, he's all pros. I don't think anybody should take that disrespectfully. But, like, Branch more of a instinct coverage guy, and this guy's more after just getting after the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Whether it's in the quarterback's hand, whether it's the running back's hand. And don't get me wrong, Brian Branch come down and slam a running back on the ground. He freaking de-helmeted Bijan Robinson, who's noted as one of the better running backs in the league. But, like, I think that Weapon X, that roamer, it falls in the hands of Jamal Adams, at least in specialty situations.
Yeah. It really, I mean, I think they can both kind of do that role because Brian Branch will be doing it from the safety position and Jamal Adams will be doing it closer to the line of scrimmage from that Sam linebacker spot. Like, Aaron Glenn has wanted somebody in that Sam linebacker spot his entire defensive scheme here. They tried it with James Houston. They tried it with Derek Barnes. They tried it with Jack Campbell. They tried it with Trevor Nowatzki. They've put different people in that situation, and nobody has really flourished as much as you'd expect. So I think they can both kind of play that role. Jamal Adams will just be closer to the line of scrimmage.
I'm pumped. I'm just trying to, like, I just got to wait to see it. And I guess the question now is, originally I said no, I don't think you see him Thursday because of how much time they gave Zadarius Smith to get acquainted and adjusted to what they had going on. Even his first game back, they played him in limited snaps. But we're so depleted right now of a pass rush that, and these guys, again, they're grabbing veteran pieces, guys that are familiar with multiple different schemes, just different verbiage. Maybe you do see Quan, dare I say, even Jamal Thursday. Are we depleted enough for to pull the big dogs out?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, we saw David Long Jr. getting snaps the game after he was signed. Do I think they play a big role in their defense or their game plan? No, but I can see him getting a couple snaps here or there.
I'm here for it. And he had a sack prediction for, maybe that's you, Hot Dog Man, who had the sack prediction for Zadarius Smith game 1. Any predictions for Jamal Adams game 1? Even if it's not Thursday.
I think he'll come in and he'll make an impact. I think it will be similar to Zadarius, where he'll have a play or two. It'll probably be some sort of micro dosing as far as reps. So maybe not to the level that Zadarius had, but there will be some sort of limit on him. But I think he'll make his impact. I think he'll make a play or two. And then I think that next game is when you'll start to really see the explosion from him. So I think it will take a game, but he'll perform. He'll perform here.
Can I put one out there?
That's fucking
Put one out
crazy
there.
that those headphones are
Jamal Adams forced fumble.
On Jordan Love?
I think he'll come around whatever games will be game 1. I think he comes around one of those blitzes and he smacks that ball out of the quarterback's hands. I think that counts as a sack too when that happens, don't it?
Yeah, sack fumble.
Sack fumble. Jamal Adams sack fumble loading.
I like a big TFL. Blow up the running back.
Oh, that's coming for sure.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with
feeling.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe not the sack first game. I'm thinking a big TFL, like a momentum-changing play. Everybody hears the hit in Ford Field. Game of the week. You know, hopefully they don't throw another flag on it because he got all the eyes on you. But, yeah, he's going to just completely blow up a running back.
Would you bet that happens Thursday?
And it might be James Cook in the Bills game.
And Jamal Adams, you know, kind of going under the radar here. He's not known as the best locker room or attitude guy. Like,
I wouldn't say that.
When it comes, he's known as a little bit of a troublemaker
on the field.
And that I like that they went out and got a guy like that because he can help you. So he doesn't fit the Detroit Lions. Well, looks like anybody could fit if you could play.
Yeah, guys may operate differently on the field. I don't know if it always spreads into like the locker room, like.
Fumble return, walk-off, win, touchdown, says Super Bowl Wilson.
I would come myself.
That would be, Brad Holmes should get Executive of the Year right there.
And Danny G, I
want it.
He says, honestly, Jordan Love makes his worst decisions when he gets comfortable. Almost like he gets too cocky and chucks up terrible. You're right.
He tries to look cool when he's throwing the ball.
Because he just does like the wildest shit. And kudos to him. Sometimes they're caught. Sometimes, you know, Christian Watson pressed the wrong button, wrong time. But like, yeah, I agree.
Scuba says Jordan Love will definitely not throw it a lot. Well, then the Packers aren't going to be running a lot of plays because you're going to have to throw it if you want to move the ball against Lions defense.
Yeah, because I don't think Josh Jacobs can get off in this game like he did the first one. I think the snow, slush, rain, whatever the hell you want to call it, the first game around really gave them an advantage on that side of the ball, running the football, I should say.
It's early in the week here, fellas. Just want to get you guys' confidence level for this Packers matchup, even with dealing with these injuries.
7. 6.5, 7. I really feel like having...
In the game, 10.
If Carlton Davis is able to come back, like, we're good to go.
By 20.
Yeah, no, it's 10.
You know his answer every time.
Yeah, they're going to win the game.
Pandering and
Chris?
I expect them to win every game for the rest of the year. I'm not going to change
I'll
it.
do a 6.
Nick?
Because they're scared of the Packers.
I'm at about a 7.5 because of what
Noted
happened
Packers
last year.
fan.
I don't think that they're going to allow the Packers to come in here 2 years in a row and win.
That's a
Even
great
if
point.
we do have a bunch of injuries.
Charles Holland says, signing all these bums just to lose to my Eagles. You guys got to win a playoff game before you want to see us.
But he got kicked out by Baker Mayfield last year.
Yeah.
Couldn't be us.
Baker, baby. Baker
Mayfield
owns you.
Sent you packing.
Let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll talk some Pistons, possibly some Sebastian Kosa being called up.
Emergency goalie.
But first, let me tell you about a New Holland Brewing Company and a Taller Long Drink. Taller Long Drink is the best drink in the game. It is a grapefruit puree and gin-based cocktail in a can. It's delicious. Like, I'm a gym man myself, so I am a little biased, but I'm telling you, if you're looking for a canned cocktail, the Taller Long Drink should be your first choice. You got a 6-pack of them. You can get them at any Total Wine near you. They're delicious, and they're made here in Michigan. So support local and just enjoy the best drink in the game. Taller Long Drink from New Holland Brewing Company.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Very true. The only reason you get a cat is because you can't support a dog.
Spin zone, spin zone, spin zone.
Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Delicious, locally roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door. All you got to do is subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first order, and Sabbath will deliver delicious coffee right to your doorstep. Again, Michigan company. Support local and enjoy the best coffee in the state with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
What up, there? Welcome back to What Heavyweights Live on WoodWardSports.com. One thing I need to remind everybody of right now.
Bounced out?
Yeah. Called it too soon.
Xavier McKinney is ahead of Kirby Joseph in Pro Bowl votes. As Lions fans, we need to change that. You need to vote for Kirby Joseph.
Storm the Capitol.
The rightful heir of the best safety in the NFC. And to be honest with you, throw some in there for Brian Branch. Our offensive line got that shit on lock. I already saw that already. I believe, it's Jaden Daniels over Jared Goff right now.
Flashy.
I mean, I don't really give a shit about the Pro Bowl.
I know. But get out there and vote. Not for president, for your Detroit Lions.
I want Zeitler to get in there. I saw
He's on there right now.
I saw his wife preaching out
Yeah,
after his
Kevin
PFF grade.
Zeitler should for sure be a Pro Bowler.
But the main one's Kirby for me. Get Kirby on. He has to be there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think they get a bonus either way, right? Or no?
Probably.
I had to ask somebody, but yeah, we need to get Kirby on that ballot versus Xavier McKinney. Yeah, same amount of interceptions. I'll be honest with you. I think Kirby is better. Kirby is better.
Kirby is better. And
Like, Xavier's still really good. It's not Kevin Byard who someone has as starting safety on the NFC North team, but it's whatever.
I had Xavier McKinney too.
Well,
hate. Kosa, is he actually gonna play or what? Is this just in case?
He'll get some starts. No, he's got to play.
Kosa's gonna get some starts?
Yeah, for sure. He's their second goalie, and Ville Husso's dog water. So they're gonna have to give Kosa some starts with Lyon going to IR and Talbot leaving the game with injury yesterday. He is their backup goalie now. So I think he should be the starter. Personally, I think he should get a majority of the starts because Ville Husso is not good at hockey. So I need.
Was he a dog?
I'd like to see what goes on with Husso and Kosa, but I expect Kosa to get some starts for sure. They didn't just bring him up here to sit him on the bench, and the more starts you have Ville Husso out there, the more games you're going to lose.
Nick?
He was the first goalie taken in the 2021 draft. This guy just turned 22. They wanted to see him progress in Grand Rapids. 221 goals against average with a 925 save percentage. This defense, and specifically Petrie and Sherratt, need to step the hell up if they got Kosa in net. Just because he's a rookie, you're probably going to see, a couple of rookie mistakes. So I need our defense to help support this kid because he can be an absolute star and a difference maker for this Detroit Red Wings team that they desperately need right now. And this is one of those picks that Stevie needed to hit on. So we need Kosa to be a star along with Augustine in the pipeline. Shout out MSU Hockey.
Shout out, number one team in the country. I think Augustine's going to be better than Kosa in the long run, but Kosa's going to be better than anything we have right now. And he needs to go out there and he needs to play a lot. Because, when you have Ville Husso, who lets in soft goals, he does. He lets in soft goals. He's going to be seeing a lot of shots on him with 4 useless defenders in front of him, which is Sherratt, Gustafsson, and then obviously Hull and Petrie. When you've got those 4 guys who are not NHL defensemen in front of a guy who gives up easy goals, there's going to be a lot of fucking lopsided games in this stretch. If you expect Ville Husso to start a lot of these games, expect a lot of them to end 4-3, 5-4, 5-6, different things like that, because a lot of pucks are going to be in the back of the net.
Side question: if you're a real Detroit Lions fan, you want to retain Kirby Joseph at a cheaper price, do not vote for him.
No, I don't think that changes the price.
I think it does. It's a table across from it. Brad Holmes. We got a Pro Bowl on this resume, sir.
No,
pay my client his worth.
I don't think it changes.
So is Tyler
because he's going to be an All-Pro regardless.
And Aleem didn't have one, and he got paid pretty.
That's
pretty
fair.
petty.
That's fair. All right, second question: who do you have in the Piss Bowl? Denver Broncos versus the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, why is this the
Famous
fucking Monday night game,
Jameis
dude?
versus Bo Nix. Get this Bo Nix.
Bo Nix arrival.
I love famous Jameis.
The Broncos are going to win by
Jerry
a lot,
Judy
bro.
revenge game.
I just need my boy.
Ooh, I'm putting a parlay in right now.
I don't even know who the kicker is. Will Lutz knocked down a couple field goals for me so I can have a comfortable win.
He's
I'm,
actually a really good
up
kicker.
by 1 right now. Should I sit Will Lutz?
No.
Does he not have anybody?
I'm up by 1. He's got nobody going.
Yes.
Yeah, what are you tripping for?
Do I bench him?
Like, just in case he misses?
In case he misses a field goal. What if he misses a field goal?
Yes,
and then doesn't get put out, and he, pulls a hammy
Will Lutz
on the
actually
one
good.
miss?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, do
You're
you do the
convincing me.
money back for points type of thing?
Yeah, I do,
And where are you at in
I'm
regards to
pretty
not in the
close
league
to
right now.
having most points scored.
He's not.
I am. I'm in first place, and I got the second most points scored. So I think I'm just going to keep him in.
Yeah, I
he got
think
me
if it's a
22 last
reasonable-
week.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Broncos money line. Judy 60 yards.
And
What
they're
else-
in a dome, right?
What else you throwing on this parlay?
Is it? Are they?
No,
You said it's
they're.
the Browns?
I think both teams are outside.
You say it's Denver at Browns?
Browns at Denver.
Chubb anytime.
Chubb anytime?
Yeah. All right, listen to this
I got
one,
a little
boys.
Jordan Humphrey touchdown. Give me a little Jordan Humphrey touchdown, just because
You
of his
are
name.
a little Jordan Humphrey.
Shout out Noah. I'm at 141 points. He's at 121 and has Bo Nix. I'm projected to beat him by 0.1.
Damn.
He is Bo Nix.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And I'm about to take most points after this week, hopefully, because Booner choked.
But that'll do it for us today.
Rip.
Appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure you smash that
Gonna
like
get
button.
shaky.
For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I'm Spencer with the heavyweights. Chris is the hot dog glizzy boy once
Yeah.
again.
One more time. Get a go luck.
Regaining his title 2 weeks in a row now. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you tapping in. Peace.
Chris, the 3P could be special.